Okay, so we have multiple breaking news coming out when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. US military flight lands in Poland hours after drone scare near Ukraine. All right, we're going to see what's going on here, guys. Very important updates here. Zelensky warns Russian drone strikes on Poland are Putin's war. Ukraine strikes oil refinery deep behind lines 1,500 kilometers from borders. So we're going to get to all this news here, guys, and we're going to see what's going on with all these updates. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. All right, so let's see what's going on with this one here. Once again, please share the video, guys. So airspace over eastern Poland has reopened after being restricted during the Russian drone scare. A massive Boeing 747 operated by Atlas Air under U.S. Transportation Command is landing at Lublin Airport. The flight came from Dover, Delaware, and is likely packed with military supplies for Ukraine. Hold on. You hear that? There's a big plane out there. A massive Boeing 747 big plane operated by Atlas Air under the U.S. Transportation Command is landing in Poland Airport. The flight came from Dover, Delaware. Came from us. And is likely packed with military supplies for Ukraine. Its arrival shows how quickly NATO and the US are keeping supply lines open even after one of the most serious security incidents in decades. What's in that plane? I guess the bear's sending a message. Alright, so we're going to see what's going on with the next one. Zelensky remarks come days after the Bear drones violated Polish airspace and were taken down in what marked the first known instance of NATO forces engaging the Russian aerial assist. Alright, give me a second here. I want to pull this one up, guys. We're going to see what's going on with this news. Once again, hit that like button, guys. I really appreciate it. So, Ukrainian leader Zelensky has urged the U.S. and its allies to take decisive steps to halt the bear war machine, calling for tougher sanctions and trade restrictions, targeting Moscow's energy sector and other critical exports. We are counting on strong steps from the U.S. in cooperation with others, strong sanctions, and tariff policies, which will serve as an argument for many around the world, Zelensky said on September 13. His remarks come days after Russian drones violated Polish airspace and were taken down in what marked the first known instance of NATO forces directly engaging Russian aerial assist during the full-scale invasion. Now, once again, Zelensky emphasized that such violations should be seen as a direct threat to the entire European continent. Everyone sees that the Bear drones attacking Poland are also Vladimir war. And this is a warning not only to Poland, but to all of Europe. He said, the Russian drones can travel much greater distance. So Zelensky is basically sounding the alarm to the entire world, basically to the European and NATO alliance, that this is just the tip of it. We need to get tougher on sanctions. And here's the thing, sanctions not going to work. Sanctions not going to work. Not gonna work. Zelensky linked the bear continued ability to wage war to its revenue from exports of oil, gas, uranium, and other natural resources. Now, he warned that without tougher economic pressure, the Kremlin, the bear, would have the means to continue funding its aggression indefinitely. So basically, it seems like people, well, a country purchasing their oil, the Russian oil, is what keeping this war going. So this is why Donald is urging Europe, stop buying oil from the bear. All right, you need to slap them with sanctions. The problem is Europe, they need oil, they need gas, and the bear has it. This is already a very long war, a war of the bear ambitions, capabilities, and budget, and therefore a war of the bear oil, the bear gas, the bear uranium, and other resources that fill Vladimir's coffers. Now, he also criticized those in the international community who continue to resist calls for harsher penalties on Moscow. It says, I urge all partners to stop looking for excuses, not to impose particular sanctions. All partners, Europe, the US, the G7, and the G20 states. Vladimir war will end when he and only he can no longer continue it, Zelensky concluded. All right. We're going to go with this next one here, guys. The bear got hit once again, their oil refinery. And again, that's what we were just talking about. That's the reason why they keep hitting like their oil refinery facility. They're trying to weaken the bear by hitting the facility, the oil facility. So Crane's drones strike Russian oil refinery deep behind lines, 1,500 kilometers from border. It says here you have the Ukrainian military intelligence carry out a drone strike on a major oil refinery in the Bear Republic of, I'm going to skip the name, sparking explosions and a large-scale fire, according to the intelligence sources. The strike reportedly targeted the refinery located in Ufa, the capital of the republic, roughly 1,500 kilometers, that's 930 miles, from Crane border. The facility is one of the Bear key oil processing plants. Sources said that after kamikaze drones struck the site, multiple powerful explosions erupted, followed by a massive blaze. Preliminary assessment suggests that critical infrastructure, including a vacuum column used for primary oil processing, sustained significant damage. Now it says here the local social media users reported hearing explosions and seeing drones over the city prior to the refinery catching fire. In response, regional authorities declared a drone threat alert. Ufa Airport suspended operations and mobile internet services across the city were temporarily cut off. Even the internet was cut off. So this is Ukraine offensive. This is what they're doing. This is what their game plan to weaken Russia by hitting their facility, the oil facility. That's their game plan, hidden game plan when it comes to offense. So, over the past year, the Bear officials and media have increasingly reported drone incursions and explosions far from the front line as Ukrainian forces have intensified strike against the Bear energy infrastructure in an effort to put economic pressure on Moscow and undermine its ability to finance the war. Now, I have a strong feeling that Donald is the one is basically giving the green light to Crane to strike the oil refinery, hit him hard. Because today, Donald came out and he's very disappointed with Europe. He told them stop buying their oil, all right, and sanction them. So I just feel like this massive operation, oil facility getting hit. I believe Donald is basically behind this operation here, helping Ukraine. A few days earlier, Ukrainian forces struck two key of the Russian fuel infrastructure sites, the General Staff reported on September 7. The confirmed targets included the Elsky oil refinery in Russia's, I'm going to skip that name, and the 8N oil pipeline control station near the village of Natopovinchi in Bryansk Oblast. Now, both facilities are involved in supplying fuel to the Bear troops operating in Ukraine, according to the military. The 8N control station, part of the Steel Horse pipeline complex with a pumping capacity of 10.5 million tons, is considered a strategic asset for the Russian military logistic, and Ukraine's general staff said the site sustained multiple hits, sparking a fire near the pumping station and tank farm. Alright, once again, guys, Ukraine drone strike Russian oil refinery deep behind lines, 1,500 kilometers. Massive hit. Give me a second here, guys. I want to see if I can find any more information here. Now, this was posted an hour ago. I assume that's the Kaliningrad, if I'm not mistaken. That's the Bear territory. Vladimir and Lukashenko rehearse nuclear war and strike on NATO as Zapad 2025 exercises. And it says here 18,200 military personnel are participating in the exercises, including 5,500 Russians. The key element is the simulation of the use of nuclear and Orishnik. I just posted a video not too long ago about the videos going around of the Russian nuke. It's that's basically blocking a highway or something. Once again, the key element is the simulation of the use of nuclear and Orishnik, which are planned to be deployed in Belarus by the end of the year. Officially, they are practicing defense and restoration of territorial integrity, but the scenario involves defense of Kaliningrad. To do this, the Bear Army must advance from Belarus and pave the Suwalki corridor through Poland and Lithuania, which is actually a rehearsal for a strike on NATO. Alright, guys, give me 1 second here. We have this news coming out too. German troops have begun exercises aimed at rapidly deploying forces from Germany to Lithuania. And look who's there. Kaliningrad. So, man, this thing is really hot. This thing is really hot. When I say this thing is really hot, I'm talking about the exercise. I mean, you got exercise in NATO, Russia, and Belarus. Look at this here. The Bear Army is sending a large number of TOS-1s equipped with vacuum equipment to the Estonian border. Why do I feel like something big is about to hit the fan now? Give me a second here. So yeah, again, I think that one there that I just showed you, I think that one is misinformation. I truly apologize. I didn't mean to show that one there. The last one, which was the again the picture I just showed you, that's a mistake there. That again, that news is not reliable news. News. All right. So again, someone post that, but I did my research just now, and there's no credible sources that could back that up. So again, there's nothing to back that news up. So again, it's just a misinfo. Okay, other than that, guys, this is all the information that's coming out right now. So again, Zelensky is basically sounding the alarm when it comes to Poland and NATO. When the Russian drones, and also Ukraine has struck deep, hitting the Russian oil facility. I mean, we are definitely seeing stuff going down right now with the exercise Zapad in Belarus, and also you do have Germany and the Europeans. They're also doing their exercise too. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please share the video. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.